Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? I have finished the field up there, and I've done across the top and down the side on this one. I'm just doing a bit along the bottom, and then I'll leave the hired help to continue on with the task. So we should get our harvest finished today, which means I'm actually hoping also to be able to sell the trailer load of canola. If we can get that sold, it'll give us an idea of how many cows that we can buy at the beginning of next week. I think I actually was talking about buying cows beginning of this week. Unfortunately, that's not happened, so I apologise for that. And yeah, your plans kind of changed. I thought I would do it a bit like this instead. I really wanted to get that Goldcrest going and do the whole transport thing, which I think was quite interesting. I quite enjoyed doing that. So yeah, that's just kind of the way things have turned out. And we will see about getting cows next week. I haven't quite decided yet. I'm just going to leave the hired help now to carry on with that. Actually, let's just skip out here. He can carry on up there. Yeah, I'm still thinking that I think we'll probably end up selling this trailer here and getting the cattle. I'm not selling, returning this trailer here and getting the cattle trailer instead. It's going to cost a little bit more to lease, but I think it would actually be worth doing it. I have unhitched the cultivator. I've left that all dirty because we are going to be using it again very soon, so I didn't think that we needed to worry about it. But I have cleaned off the Challenger because I thought, quite frankly, this is a beast of a tractor. I never actually noticed that before. Hang on. Yeah, beast of a tractor, and it deserves to be clean. But yeah, you have a look there. I never actually noticed that the is it the Python? Yeah, Python, field Python. The I is the American flag. I never noticed that before. That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. Look at that. I wonder if it is. Can you see it better on this side? No, that's in the shadow over that side. Let's just stand here. That is absolutely brilliant. It's right. Yeah, I love it. This game. So many things that just surprise me with this game. It's fantastic. Right. Okay, anyway. That bit aside, I'm going to be doing some ploughing in a minute before I go any further. My weekly question, I'm considering getting some placeables. I am considering getting 4 greenhouses. $100,000 worth of greenhouses. I'll get 4 of them. I will get 2 of those. I will get 2 of those. And I will place them somewhere down near the cattle so that we can stick the manure from the cattle straight into here. And we have to find a supply of water as well. Do you think I should? Do you think I should get greenhouses, or do you think I should use the money for something else? It's your vote. It's your game. Head in the comment section down below and let us know what you want. And, of course, don't forget to mouse over in the top right-hand corner and actually cast your vote. Right, I'm going to get the plough started here. And then we're going to get that stump grinder on the Valtra over there. And we're going to go over and we're going to grind off those stumps over there. I think we've only got 3 stumps there that we need to do. So we can get that underway. We get those 3 stumps out of the way, and they're no longer going to be an issue. It means that the tractors will actually be able to turn when they get to the end of the field down there. So I'm going to do that like that, and he's just going to carry straight on with that massive great big plough. That is a huge great big plough. I mean, yes, I know it is actually a subsoiler, but we can use it as a... We can say that it is a plough for the purposes of this game. I think actually that combine is... Where is the combine? Should be down the bottom end. Tell you what, I can bring the map up and I can have a look. He's turning around down the bottom. So if we go now and take this one, we can go and fill up. We've got 28,000 litres of canola in here so far. I said 35,000 litres. I think it's actually going to be considerably more than that. More like 45,000 litres before we finish. But we shall see. I don't know how much is in here yet. He's already... the beacons are going in this one. I think, what is he? Is it like 8,500, is it, when it's full? Something like that. I can't actually remember now. Oh, well, it's not really all that important. What is important is how much we get at the end of this. And so, yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on prices and stuff like that and see just how much we can get for this canola. But I've got a feeling that we will get a decent chunk of cash from all of this. Because, yeah, my 35,000 estimate is going to be way, way out. We got 30. We're already over 35,000, or we will be in just a second, in the trailer, and we've got all of that to go yet. So 45, probably more 55. Yeah, maybe even more than a full trailer. Maybe we'll have in excess of a completely full trailer before we finish this field. That is going to be absolutely fantastic. I love the idea of getting such a massive amount of canola out of here. So we'll leave that one to carry on there. And I'm going to run down here. I'll go and get that one ready and unhitch the Bowser a minute, and then we can take off those couple of stumps. I reckon if we unhitch the Bowser here, it's sort of close to where everything is going through. It's not going to be in the way, but it's also close enough that machines can drive up, park beside it, and refuel. So that's actually going to be about the perfect spot for it. Now, I've used this stump grinder a bit in the time-lapse series, and I won't lie to you, it's a horrible machine. I did just find it rather dull to use it. Ooh, probably should have lowered that down before I dropped it. Let it go. It's never the most interesting of machines to use, but at the moment I seem to be struggling to actually get it to line up with the stump. And you've got to spend a lot of time sort of wiggling it backwards and forwards, trying to find the stump with the grinder. It's not the actual grinder itself doesn't work, it's that the game doesn't seem to recognise where the actual position of the stump is compared to the actual position of the grinder, which is a little bit annoying and frustrating. But I have found that using a Valtra is a really good idea because you can turn them round. So if we just do that a minute, Shift B, let's go in here. Actually, we're going to do this bit in cab. I really like doing this bit in cab. So we go Shift B, and it lifts it up, brings it round, it pulls that steering wheel, and we are in place. So let's come up here. I'm not going to do any more in cab. I have had a few people ask me to do stuff in cab, but generally the opinion seems to be from almost everybody now, you would rather that I did things out of cab and stay doing my doing it all out of cab like I do. Well, that stump has come up really, really easily. You've had no trouble at all getting that one. So all you got to do, you just use the mouse and you can wiggle it backwards and forwards, you can move it up and down, and then you can use the other mouse button as well. You can wiggle it like that, and you can also raise and lower that bit as well. So it's actually, the controls are really, really basic, and because they don't move very far, you haven't got to sort of keep throwing your mouse all over the desktop, which does make it very, very simple and straightforward to use. So all you've got to do is just get the grinder lined up like that, and then it will grind. That's it. It's such a simple to use little machine, and if the stumps are cooperating like these seem to be, you don't have any issues with it. It's only when the stumps don't cooperate that you start to have some major problems. So let me just bring that one round and set it up there. Right, now we got it. Look, it's not connecting with the stump. It should have connected with the stump. See? And sometimes the stump is actually a long, long way away from where the stump is actually connected. Look, see? There. Now I've brought it back. Now it actually seems to be working. It's coming through, and that one has now finished. Is there any more stumps here? Oh, no, there is another one. There's a fourth one there. And because the stumps have been cut for a little while, they've actually lost a bit of their colour, which means that they're more difficult to spot. And I like that aspect of it, that they fade with time, and they're not sort of the brilliant whitish colour that they are as soon as you cut them. However, it does make them more difficult to spot. I think it was just those four, wasn't it? There isn't any more. Let's just have a look round. I did originally think it was 3, so far we've stepped it up to 4, which means that there could very well be more stumps. Very careful look. Okay, it doesn't actually look like we've got any more stumps here, so I think that we have cleared all of them. I hope. So let's just turn the stump grinder off. We don't want to be running around with that one going continuously. I don't think we've got any over here anywhere, have we? I don't think so. I don't believe that I've actually done anything like that in this series. I cleared all of those trees and those trees there in the time-lapse series. I think it was like episode 2 I did that. It was way back at the beginning. And I think I would like to remove that tree there, the really big tall one. It would make it easier, and the one over there down the end as well. It would make it a bit easier for getting in and out. But right now, I'm not actually going to worry about it too much. I'm going to put this one in behind these 2 pallets because I'm not going to use it again anytime soon. So if I come up to there, and then if I press V, lower it down, it does actually put the legs down for you, which I think is quite a nice touch. And then I'll put that one like that. There, perfect. Oop, no, that way. Yeah, I'm trying to go forwards, but I'm actually still in reverse drive. So let's turn that one back around so that he's facing in the right direction. We go Control B, spin the seat round, and there he is. Right, he's back in place where he should be. If I whiz round a minute and I'll get that front weight on. The cultivator I'm not going to worry about at the moment. I was thinking of cleaning him all off. That's not going to be an issue, but we could put that Amazon condor away. I have cleaned him off. Actually, no, we don't want to put him away, do we? We're going to be using that. So remember I said yesterday I wanted you to discuss in the comment section what you wanted me to plant in these fields next. I think you should still do the same. I mean, I will do any crop, but we've got the big drill here, and buying a drill to be able to do sunflowers or I'll say any crop. I'm not doing root crops. Okay, root crops are off the menu at the moment. Sunflowers or corn with the other type of seed drill means that we would have to go and get the other type of seed drill. I've gotten rid of the really small one because I didn't want to mess around with that one anymore. I would prefer to do a crop out of using this seed drill here. I think it would be better. I don't want to have to spend the money on the other type of seed drill just yet, because it's going to end up costing us a lot of money. Now, we've got, I did say that there's an update coming soon, patch 1.4, and I believe that the fertilizer is the wrong way round. Seed and fertilizer quantities are back to front in a couple of the seed drills, this one included. I believe that it's actually supposed to be, the Amazon condor is supposed to have, see, I'm using up all of the fertilizer in there to fill this one up, and I think it's actually supposed to be 5,000 litres of seed and 3,000 litres of fertilizer, because you can see the capacity, the tanks in there, which is which way round is which. So I think that we've, in our update, we'll find that we've got a lot more seed in here than we have fertilizer. But yeah, we'll worry about that another time. That field there is going to need to be cultivated before we can use this. So I'm going to just bring this one over here. This Valtro can actually tow this seed drill. I've done that. It's a little bit slow, but he does seem to do the job okay. So we're going to park that one up there, and I'll turn him off. So he's ready to go. I will consider doing oilseed radishes if that's what you guys want. I could do those radish things up in here, or do all three fields so that they get like the free fertilization. They'll get one fertilization from there, and then the oilseed radishes, once they get ploughed in or cultivated in, that's a second round. I don't know if they count as a harvest, whether it's going to take us closer to needing to plough when we use the oilseed radishes or not. And then we would need one more application of fertilizer, either after we've done the cultivating in. So yeah, it's quite interesting to sort of see that one and see how it plays out. Or I can do, what do we got? We got wheat, we got barley, we got beans. That's it. Wheat, barley, or canola. But we've already done canola. We've just done canola, so we can't repeat that one because that is the risk of. That's where you get the risk of disease happening in the crops. So it won't be canola. So it's got to be wheat. It's got to be barley. Is beans or the oilseed radish. Now, if you really do want one of the others, the sunflowers or the corn, do say so, but it does mean that I might have to wait a little bit longer before I can get the cattle, which we were talking about. That's the sort of the only downside to that plan. So, yeah. Give us your comments, give us your thoughts. What would you like me to do? And we'll unload. I want to see how much we get for this. Slowly getting everything in, sort of sorted out back in the yard. I still don't know. I think it's like 9,000, isn't it? Let's take a look at the harvester. This one here that we've got, it's it's 10,500. Crumbs. We do have enough room in this trailer, don't we? I think we do. It's just got to go up to the top of the field and back down again, and then, yes, it will have enough room. This is going to take it up to, what, 50,000? Maybe not quite 50,000. Right, I'll let that one finish. I'm going to go over and I'm going to get the Challenger over there. I'm going to put the plough away. Oh, hang on, let's just check. Do we need to plough this field? I haven't checked this one yet. Growth, soil composition. Right, we need to plough this field. Right, so we'll bring that one over and we'll start ploughing this one. I need to put fertilizer on both of those fields, and then I need to cultivate them both. We got a lot to do. Last little bit in this field, and then we can put the combine away. thinking that we should clean it, but I don't think we'll worry about that. I think it's reasonably clean as it is, so we can just leave it. The Challenger is now started down there. I normally do a little bit along the bottom of that field, but I'm not going to worry about it. That road is essentially a private road. We seem to have that road. Nobody goes along there, so we'll basically treat that as a private road, so we don't need to worry about hired help going out onto it or anything like that, which does make life a little bit easier. So I'll let the Challenger just carry on. If he does sort of get into a bit of difficulty somewhere, I might put an extra sort of strip along the top up there, but for now we're not going to worry about it. The Combine is fairly clean, so we can put that one away as he is. But most importantly, we want to go and sell this canola. This is the big thing that we want to do today, is we want to get as much money as we can out of this. And we have got way more than I thought that we would get. I was thinking 35,000 litres in total. So let me just take this one out of here. I am going to drive across the freshly ploughed ground, which you wouldn't normally do. That is not normally the way to behave, but I'm feeling like being a rule breaker today. So I'm going to go... I better slow down a bit, just going over that. Yeah, you wouldn't normally do that. That's normally sort of a no. What was I going to say? A no. It's an unacceptable thing to do. Is to belt your combine across freshly ploughed ground. You'd shake it to bits. It just wouldn't like it. So I'll come forward a little bit there, and I need to turn just a fraction. Right. Forward a bit. I think about there is right. So now we've got to get this thing to lower down and then come unhitched. And this is always the bit that I don't like. This is the bit that seems to be a bit difficult. Although these days, now in FS17, the trailer seems to grab the header fairly successfully. So let me try lowering it down. There we go. And unhitch. There, see? That seems like it has actually held on to it. It hasn't just dropped it. And, you know, so we don't have the header sort of flopping over the other side and onto the ground. I had that several times in FS15, and I absolutely hated it. That was one thing that I really genuinely despised, was the header flopping onto the ground. It was really aggravating and annoying. But, yeah, there's not a lot that we can do about that. Now, we'll see if we can back this one in. I think I'll let you watch me try to back this one in. It's not easy, especially now that we've got that land ploughed out there. Technically, I wouldn't be able to drive on that, and I would have to try and get this one around the corner. But technically, I don't think that is going to be physically possible for me to do because of the way that this header trailer turns. It's horrible, actually. Now that I say that, it seems to be doing all right. If I can get it to just turn a little bit sharper, just a little bit more, there. And then straighten? No. But I can sort of straighten it out down this way a little bit, I think. And then come back like that. Straighten it up a bit. I think I have almost done it. Okay, I'm spinning a little bit on the wheels there, but generally speaking... Look, he's straightened out! Frithgar has done it! Yes! Ladies and gentlemen... Frithgar has done it, and I only shunted to maybe 3 times 4. Okay, I think it was maybe 6, but still. Who's counting? Who's counting? I did it. I did it fairly efficiently there, I thought. I'm pleased with myself. I'm very pleased with myself. Okay, I'm going to put the combine away, and then we can go and see about selling that canola and see just how much money this harvest has brought us. Let me just bring this one in here, and this time I'm not going to knock that plant pot over like I did a few weeks ago. There, right, let's go and put that combine away. I'm going to do this little bit from in the cab, and round we go, and up and in. It's actually quite fun driving these from in cab. Sometimes I quite like the in cab views, and then other times not so much, because it's not realistic at all. I feel that it's actually less realistic driving these machines from in cab than it is from driving them out of the cab. But that's just my sort of personal approach to it. I'm going to nip over to that lorry a minute, and then we can see where we can sell it and how much for, and we can continue discussing in and out of cab driving. Okay. Yeah, I sort of feel that in cab driving, and I've had a lot of people saying this in the comments, which surprised me, because over the years that I've, over the years, it's about 2 years now I think it's been going, Dagwin's channel, a lot of people want him to keep doing lots of in-cab driving, and so I figured, well, yeah, probably everybody will want me to do in-cab driving as well. Yeah, I'll try and sort of split it between the two. But I very, very rarely get comments asking me to do more in-cab driving. I get most people saying they don't like the in-cab driving, and they like the fact that I don't do very much in-cab driving. So I'm assuming that we've got two different audiences. My own personal experience with driving so many machines is that the in-cab driving in this game is really unrealistic. It doesn't represent real life, and to me, doing this out-of-cab driving like this seems more realistic than the actual in-cab, because the appearance of the machines is reasonably realistic, whereas the actual experience of sitting in the cab is nothing like real life whatsoever. So that is why, I mean, this is not like real life to me at all. I mean, other than the fact that if I was driving this lorry, I would be sitting in that seat over there. And I have done a little bit of driving trucks, not on the road. I don't have an HGV license, a heavy goods vehicle license, which is what we call it here in the UK. I don't have the license to do that. But, like, I play Euro Truck Simulator, and that one, the in-cab driving experience, I feel is better than this. We've got the wheel and it's turning, it's doing what it should, and we've got the mirrors just there. But the thing that makes it different with Euro Truck Simulator is the mirrors, you actually get them sort of superimposed on the screens, just on the left and the right hand sides. So when you're driving along, this mirror is actually a little bit more into your view, and you've got sort of the other mirrors superimposed onto the side of the screen here so that you can actually see it. And that, to me, makes it a lot more realistic, because I've then got the view from both of my mirrors. I can see what's going on through both of my mirrors, like I'd be able to in real life, because in real life I've only got to turn my head just a fraction, and I can see the mirror on either side. And that's something you cannot get in this game without that kind of whole thing, the mirrors. So watch a video on Euro Truck Simulator, or if you can't watch a video, well, if you can't play the game. If you can play the game, take a look, see what I mean. Or just watch a quick video just to see what it's like, and you might understand what I mean with it then. But that's why I don't like the in-cab driving on any of it in this game, is because it's just less realistic than looking at the machines from outside. I've seen machines working in fields, and I've seen machines moving up and down the fields a lot. So I know what they look like as they're moving up and down the fields, and it looks realistic. It does appear to be machines moving up and down in the fields. And that's kind of the bit that I like. Now, you may have noticed, after all that talk of mirrors, I am putting it into the train. And yes, the reason I'm putting it into the train is because a Maplefield Mill is offering us $1,081 for canola. Now, there's nothing in green, so we don't have a high price, but I want the money right now. I don't want to wait. So we're going for the money right now, and we're going to hope that we get a reason, that it stays around that. It could come up a little bit higher, but I don't think it's going to today. And I want the money now. So I'm going to sell this grain, which is going to get us a good $50,000, and I will try somewhere to do a job in a field, or a couple of jobs in a field. I might even come in here and do the job here, because I'm considering buying this field next to the sheep, so I could harvest those potatoes. That would get us a bit of money. That would anything that I do for the contracting stuff, that will be off screens, just to get us some extra cash, so that in my next episode I am hoping to be able to buy some cattle. That's what I'd like to do next. We'll continue with cultivating and stuff like that, and basically what I'll do is I'll sort of do that while I'm working. I think we'll put it going, and then I will go off and I will do the other tasks that I want to do. Now, you've got to start slowing down at that corner. I'm slowing down now as rapidly as I can, and I'm hoping that if I've timed it right, I should stop right over the unload point. Now, that was absolutely perfectly timed. So the one thing I have noticed about this is you don't get much animation on the trains here. I think I did show you this before. What do you get? They spin open or something? I can't remember now. But anyway, we'll sell it right here. And we want I to unload. Oh, it does turn. The wheel there turns, and then, but you don't actually see the grain dropping out of the trailer. It's the only thing that you don't. So, trailer, the truck. I I think they're trucks, the train carriages. It's a carriage. We call it a carriage in the UK if it carries people. And if it doesn't carry people, then it's a truck. It's generally considered or referred to as a truck. But I've been told that in the US, you guys refer to them as train cars. And they're all referred to as cars. So I don't know if it's just like a passenger car and then a goods car or something like that. I don't really know how it works. So let me know if I've sort of got that right. But for us, it's a carriage if it carries people, and it's a truck if it carries goods when it's on a train. So we've now got $70,000, which at $5,000 a cow isn't a huge amount. What's that going to get us? 14 cows. 14 cows is not very many. We need more cows than just 14. So I will do a couple of jobs. We might just run over now and we'll see what this field is going to offer us. Because I have just about run out of time now anyway. If I just bring that one over a little tiny bit further, there we go. And stop. Right, I'll take the Tatra Phoenix. I'll take that back to the yard after this episode is finished. We're just going to see how much I get here and see if it's worth me doing. I'll probably do this, and I'll continue on with the ploughing on the Challenger. And then in my next episode, I will hopefully be buying some cows. We can set them up down at the yard. Then we're going to need to get our forage wagon that we've got up there and a mower and get some grass. We'll put some more in for the sheep. And then we'll take some down and put some in for the cattle as well. $37,500 for doing that mission. Okay, I think I might actually do a fair bit of work on this field. Harvest it. Then it would be fertilizer and all the other sort of jobs that go in with it. Well, we'll wander up and take a look at the sheep as well while we're at it. My question this week is, do you want me to buy some greenhouses? I'm thinking of buying 4 greenhouses, putting them down by the cattle so that we can put the manure in for the that we get from the cattle, put it into the greenhouses and make a bit of cash out of them. It'll require a $100,000 investment. If you think that I should, then let me know, and if you think that I shouldn't, let me know. It's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below, let us know what you think, and of course don't forget to mouse over the top right hand corner to actually cast your vote. So we've got 2 pallets now, well, 1 and a bit pallets. We'll keep this going for a bit longer. Probably I think that we'll try and get at least 4 or 5 pallets here before we sell any more wool. We'll see. If we get a great demand, we'll just grab it all up and we'll run with it. And what do we got in here? We've got a tiny bit of grass left in there as well. We've got some water over there. So this is doing just fine. Our little robot is doing really well as well. Generally, everything is looking good. So, yes, we'll be getting cows next week. I'll hopefully have earned some more money by next week as well, so we can get more cows than we got at the moment. I'm going to head over and I'm going to take that lorry, the truck rather, the Tatra Phoenix, back to the yard and make sure that the ploughing is all going well. If you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.